Everyone knows somebody who should watch Kitchen Independence with David Doc Robertson, Saturday mornings at 10:30 on KPSE My TV. Today, we're having something fun for breakfast. Hi, and welcome back to Kitchen Independence. Today, like I said, we're going to have something fun for breakfast. A basic sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. You know, the kind that you get in one of those fast food places? But this is one you can make at home, and let's say you're at home and you don't have any muffins, just use regular bread. That's what I'm going to do today. But before I get started, as you can see, I have a nice cup of coffee here. I'm going to take a taste of it. This is a big cup. Yeah, that's good coffee. I'm going to show you how I made it. Okay, and I did this before we got everything ready for this shoot. I went over to my coffee machine, and I must say that this single serving coffee machine is one of the best inventions there is for people with disabilities. It's really easy to use. Okay, first, as you can see, I put the water in. That wasn't hard. You try to get a mug with a nice loop in it so that you can balance it on your hand, especially if you don't have good finger use like I don't. All right, then all you do is you put the coffee in the little filter. All right, push the buttons, and then the coffee is brewing. After that, I just take it out. I add in as much sugar as I want. I'm not going to show you the total amount because I like a lot of sugar. And then a little bit of creamer. Stir it up. And this is what I get in return. All right, I'm going to be sipping on this as we go through the show. And the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't want the butter to get too soft, with the sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich, we're going to use a little egg pan. You could get one of these at any store. This is one of those meals where you have to be extra careful. Why? Because I'm using more than 2 burners at once. All right, and I'm doing that. This is the first time I've ever used, or not the first time, but one of the rare meals that I use more than 1 burner. Okay, so I just cut that like that. Now you have to go at your own pace. Okay, if you're not used to doing this and you don't want to try to use 3 burners at once, then don't do it. The main thing to remember is that safety comes first. Nothing comes ahead of that. All right? Safety and then getting that food into your mouth. Those are the 1 and 2 important things to do. Okay. Now I know that this egg skillet is non-stick, but I'm going to grease it anyway with this butter because I really want that egg to come out exactly when I'm done with it. This is about 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to put that right in there. And also, as you can see here, I have the sausage already in the pan. I'm going to put that on a back burner and start it on a low fire because these won't take that much. I won't have to do too much to these. So I'm going to just put those back there and put them on a low fire. There we go. And I think what I'll do, while I have this little pan in my lap. I'm gonna crack an egg right into it. This time I'm going to do scrambled egg rather than sunny side up. I just like the way it tastes better. Now if I was Bobby Flay, I'd just do that and just with one hand, but I'm not Bobby Flay, so that's how I get the egg out of there. Alright. Let's see how that comes out. Oh, it left a little shell, but we could get that out of there. See? And now you don't add salt to the cooking egg because it changes the texture. Alright? You could do it slowly, have it on a slow motor, or you could speed it up, put it on high. Okay, now I'm going to put this over here on this front burner. Right there. Now I'm not going to turn it on just yet. I'm just getting it ready. So when everything is done at once, at the same time, then everything will be warm. And that's the way you want your sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. Okay? Now, we're going to get started on the bread, but I think we'll take a break first and we'll be right back. Get the story behind the wheelchair. Experience the trauma of shattered dreams and a poetic boxing match that ended faster than a flash of lightning. I Tried to Box with God, the memoirs of David Doc Robertson. Get yours today on Amazon.com. Okay, welcome back. Alright, so now we're going to start with the bread for the sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. I'm going to put on a few things. This darn paper towel here. Okay, I'm going to put on a couple of things here. Maple syrup and some cheese. Now, almost forgot to turn this on. I'm going to turn that on low, get that to melting. Like I said before, that's about 2 tablespoons of butter, because you want to make sure that the bread gets nice and buttery and brown and it doesn't burn. Okay, so I'm going to put on the syrup first. Let's get my little thumb in here. I just love these little squeeze bottles. You can buy them at just about any store as well. You can put anything in here. I have them for ketchup and mustard. Just last week, I was out at the store and it was a very, very hot day. And I'm telling you this because it means that my show is out there reaching people. And this guy came up and said, "Oh, David, Doc, I'm your biggest fan." And you know, I said, in this heat, I need one. Boom, boom. Okay. All right. So I put on a little bit of syrup. I know you like the little levity here in the show. Okay. Not too much. All right. That should do it. Okay. And now for the cheese. This butter is melting. I need to make sure that I spread it out nicely. Alrighty. Okay. And now for the cheese. I'm using a combination of Monterey Jack and cheddar. Let's get this cup. Alright. I'm just going to pour it all on one and then spread it out across both of them. Okay. I'm going to use my fingers to do that. Make sure that I get it across there nicely. Sometimes people use American cheese, but to me, in the heat, when you heat it up, it gets a little bit runny and gooey. Some people like it like that, but I don't. All right? Also, I want to give a shout out to you veterans and anybody else who thinks that this show is helping you. If you have any questions about independence in the home or other than the kitchen, please feel free to contact me at my website. That's www.daviddoc.com. All right? All right, so now I have the bread, or the butter is melted. So I'm going to stick this in here, back away. Here we go. That's one. And two. And they're in there real nice. Okay. Now if you have muffins and you want to use those, that's fine. This is just something you can do on the spur of the moment. You think, oh geez, a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich will go really good right about now. Let's say you're getting in from a long night of partying and you want something to snack on. Yep, this will come in really nice. Okay? All right, so now we have everything going. I'm going to turn this egg on. I'm going to turn it on low. You know what? I bet you did not know that eggs have 6 grams of protein. All right? It also helps build the strength in your muscles. It helps you with weight gain. And there's only 70 calories in one large egg. And one last thing, a boiled egg can help with a hangover. So that's good information for you to know. So I have this egg going right here, and the bread is going, and the sausage is in the back. We're going to take another break, and we'll be right back.
They knew they were acting on an impulse, but what is life without adventure? Though how would they measure success? 1 year or 2? Or maybe they would look at one another 60 years from that moment and tell each other that they did it. That's what they wanted, and pledged in their hearts to work for it every day. Read about these two and their passionate dedication in David Doc Robertson's Body and Soul. Get yours today in paperback or the ebook format on Amazon.com. That's Body and Soul. Get yours today. Hi, this is David Doc Robertson from Kitchen Independence, and I bet you're wondering why I use certain cooking tools. For me, it's a matter of convenience rather than choice. There are many benefits to using skillets. This full-size model is good for frying and even baking, but for me, it's quite heavy. I can barely lift it with both hands, and that presents a safety issue. This bulky semi-deep fryer with 2 handles also creates a safety issue when hot, since it is awkward to handle, though I do use it for mixing batter because of the flat, sturdy bottom. The pan I use is a lightweight stainless steel model. The handle is quite accessible, especially since I have little use of my fingers. Going back to skillets, however, I can use a small one because of the lighter weight. And finally, I use these plastic dishes from frozen dinners. They are lightweight, which makes them easy to handle, and I'm not afraid of dropping them. Good cooking to you, and let's be careful out there. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. I continued everything going during the break. Right about now, I'm going to take out the bread. Everything is going nicely. Okay. You know what? I think I will take it out with my fork. I had to turn the sausages up a little bit during the break because everything else was going too fast and they had to catch up. So I put that right there. Okay. There we go. And now for the egg. All right. Let's see if I can get that over here. Be very careful doing this. This pan is not sturdy, so you really have to work your hand onto it just right. I will pull it right there. Okay. Sometimes you might have to give it a couple of tries. Let's try one more time. See, when you don't have feeling in your fingers, you have to be real careful because you could burn yourself and not know it. All right, so here we go. We're just going to pour this out right there. And it comes out nicely right onto the bread and the cheese. I'm going to center it. You can hear those sausages just sizzling right back there. There we go. And I'm going to add just a little bit of salt because I like sweet and salty at the same time. There we go. Just a little bit now. Because remember, this is just one egg, and that's all we do there. And I think we're ready for the sausages. Okay. And here we go. I'm going to reach way back. Take my time. Okay. I'm using Lynx because the brand that I like, they do make patties, but they're not big enough to cover the whole piece of bread. So I'm using the Lynx instead. Okay. That's two. This is three. I'm going with four. Just because I can't, and I like sausage a lot. I don't eat this often. Okay, and that makes four. All right, make sure that I have that on there. And now, here comes one of the most important parts of this sandwich. Okay? We need to make sure that we don't drop it. So I had to move that pillow up, put this piece of bread on, and you can see that. That looks really good, right? Okay. So now, I pull this up. Okay, so now, I pull this up. Get it just off the edge of the foil. if you can see this. Push it right to the edge. Oh, no, that bread's coming off of there. There we go. Okay, so I have it to the edge of the foil. And I fold it right there so that I can take a bite, push down that side, push down this side, fold them over, and then fold this over. Make sure nothing spills, because this can be sloppy, especially if you have the same disability that I do. But if it does fall apart, you just pick it up and put it right back together, because like I always say, the most important thing for this show is to get this in here. Alright? Okay. Here we go. Let's take a try. And like I said, it's coming apart. There we go. Just squeeze it right back together. Good thing I had that foil on there. Boy. Everything is mixing in together. You have the sausage, the seasoning from the sausage, the egg with just a little bit of salt. The maple syrup is sneaking in there as well. The two cheeses are teaming up to make a good, tasty bite. Everything comes together for our breakfast sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. Okay, I want to thank you guys for sticking with us, for sharing 30 more minutes of your time. Until next time, I'm still David Robertson. Come back to Kitchen and